This is Coach K, and we are going to start today with the first reading by Toure Roberts, Purpose Awakening. Discover the epic idea that motivated your birth, the you before you. This is for the coaching session of sisterhood and solidarity. You were an epic idea before you were born. Chances are, if you picked up this book based on the title and are reading these words, you're likely somehow who has already begun to question what the purpose of your life is. You've probably read books, been to seminars, and even had someone stand in front of you. All smiles, making purpose finding seem so easy. But even after you've tried those things, you're more than likely still in the same place at the end of the day, saying, when is it really going to happen for me? You're serious about doing whatever it takes to find your purpose. But up to this point, you haven't discovered the meaning of your life. If this is you, I'd like for you to consider something. What if the reason you haven't found your purpose has to do with the way you've gone about looking for it? Maybe you've been taught, like so many others, that in order to discover your purpose in life, you have to take into account what you currently like, what you are currently motivated by, or what you presently feel. Perhaps you've been led to believe that somehow there were clues to discovering your purpose in each of these. What if I told you that your purpose may not have anything to do with those things or what you are currently inclined to do? What if I told you that finding your purpose is really about discovering the thought that was in God's mind before you were born? A thought of amazing, so amazing, it was his sole inspiration for bringing you forth. When you discover this thought, you will have found your purpose. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. When it comes to discovering your purpose, it's important that you understand from the onset that the plan of your predated the birth of you. You began as a brilliant thought in the mind of God. This thought was so profound that it alone motivated him to bring you into this world. When he thought about you, who you would become and what you would do, he smiled within himself and said, now that's good. Everything in life has a before. It all has to start somewhere. This is even evident in all areas of science. If you think about it, to progress forward in science is really to look back with more precision. Science teaches us that in order to understand what presently is, we must attempt to look back and discover what was. As knowledge in science increases, we come to understand what took place in the before and why. Just as the world has a before, so do you. We often get too preoccupied with the here and now that we fail to consider that our life has a before. It is in this realm of the before that we find the plan for our life, the blueprint, and the systematic containing everything that is, was, and will be ever before. As we lay hold of these plans, it enables us to skillfully navigate the here and now. Before, at the beginning of everything that is, was, and will ever be in God, the embodiment of flawless brilliance, the Creator being motivated by the passion and to extend his essence to an unformed world, does so with meticulous detail. He created the world we now see, and the pinnacle of that creation is you. God is the ultimate craftsman. He has shaped each of us with a precision that transcends anything that can be found. Nothing about you was created in vain or lacks significance. You have been designed with perfect intentionality. David says it best in one of his Psalms. You form the whole of me, inward and out. I am awesomely and wonderfully created. Your creations are spectacular. You skillfully designed me. You saw the essence of me before I was formed, before I existed. All of my days were written in your book. Psalm 139, 13 through 16. Now, only did God fashion you, but he knows you more intimately than anyone else. Although the two of you may have yet to be introduced, you are no stranger to God. The one who formed you is perfectly acquainted with all that you are, all that you were, and all that you will ever be. God is intimately acquainted with the idea of you that predated you. After all, it was his idea to begin with. God has seen your beginning, he has seen your middle, and he has seen your end. He knows your life inside and out. It's kind of like people who become huge fans of a celebrity. This type of fan knows all about the person they admire. They know where she shops, what she wears, what she drives, even down to what she likes for breakfast. They are into all the details of that celebrity's life. They follow her childhood. They know about past relationships, schools she attended, and the list goes on. Sometimes these fans know more about the celebrity than even her closest confidants. This level of knowledge and familiarity creates an intimacy, even though in this case the celebrity doesn't know the fans. Believe it or not, it's the same thing between God and us. Even when we don't know God, he knows us. He is our biggest fan. He knows every strand on our hair on our head. He knows our entire story, and he longs for the day that we awaken to his friendship. Not only does God know you, but as the earlier passage points out, he has ordained you. To be ordained means to be divinely designed for something. When God ordains something, he is exercising his divine prerogative to bring about what he desires. Everything God ordains, heaven backs up that thing. You've been ordained for a guaranteed to work. If you do it, it is your unique shape that is distinct from any other shape on this planet. There's a space in the universe that fits you perfectly. It's your divine DNA strand. It is your eternal fingerprint. This is going to work, God exclaims as he puts the final touch on your design. As a matter of fact, it is the only thing that will work any place, anytime, for all your days. This is the it factor concerning you. This is the thing that sets you apart from everyone else. This is your calling card. This is your uniqueness. This is heaven's interpretation of you. And in your unique identity, there is provisions and divine resources. All of creation is waiting for you to find your purpose and live it out. Discovering what you have been ordained for opens up the resources of the universe to you. If God ordained it, there is nothing that can stop it. It has to happen. It must work. It will work. And that is why you must find it. This is Toure Roberts in Purpose Awakening. This is Coach K coaching session. We will be continuing chapter 2 and moving forward as we progress the powerhouse you. Thank you again for joining me. One love, much love, all love. Peace and blessings to you and your tribes and world.